Morning. I think today we'll be able to finally harvest some corn. That's the plan, but first we've got to put our dryer auger back together. It's one of them projects I wish we just, it's driving me nuts. But we've got all the parts. If you missed yesterday's episode of Farming with the Browns, we're putting flighting in this auger. This is the auger that loads our dryer. We decided to proactively replace this bearing on the end because it's kind of a bear to get to and it's up in the air 20 feet. And in the process of replacing it, we broke this housing that holds the bearing. So got a new one last night. Now we're ready to put it back in. So you guys are probably expecting the typical intro music right now, aren't you? Well, unfortunately, for some reason, my intro song that I've used for 4 years now keeps getting flagged for copyrights. And when that happens, I get penalized and don't make any money, and I don't like doing this for free. So until we can figure something out, this is what we're doing. So we're going to start the day off polishing the shaft. This auger shaft. So this is the bearing that we broke the housing in yesterday. Able to find another one, but it's going on there a little rough, so got some sandpaper. I'm going to try to smooth it up a little bit. That way, well, if we ever got to replace it, maybe it'll be a little easier. And we don't break it putting it on. I didn't sand quite all the way down. Well, maybe the pulley will get on nice. Oh, here we go again. Broken one.
Just tap it.
Using a claw hammer on metal, this is not acceptable. Give it a little tappy. Tap, tap, taparoo. BJ must not have slept well. He's laying down on the job.
You good?
Which one? Okay.
Slowly. Okay.
Go?
Yeah. Hey, don't do that. Now do that.
That went remarkably smoother than I was expecting.
All I had to do was hold it long enough for it to kind of snug up and take itself.
Yeah, so getting the wrench on that bearing with the flighting in there was a challenge. And it's not a carriage bolt, which is handy.
Yeah, that's cute.
Well, if this thing just had a 25, 30-foot boom, we'd be in business. This being a tail loader, it only goes up 17 feet. So the challenging part's going to be, we've got to fish this auger up under that brace. So this cover over our dryer is kind of a pain in the butt, really. But our dryer salesman told us, and I've seen it, if you can keep one of these things under a cover, it prolongs the life of them tenfold. Our old dryer is a 1996. It still looks like it's 5 years old. Because we always had it over an open cover. You want it to have air so you can get rid of the steam, but keeping that sun off of it, keeping it covered, really helps a lot. But I wish we wouldn't have used a carport. If we'd have used something with a steeper roof where we didn't have to fish it under it, that'd have been awesome. So hard part's going to be getting everything lined up. So the auger's positioned up there, which is great, but get the shaft lined up, which seems to be lined up.
Down, easy.
I'll be darned.
What's he doing here? You're good.
Now if we just had that thing bolted up there with the motor on it. So now we've got putting bottom bearing in. Dad's got the top flange bolted up. So now we just gotta get the motor on. After we get this bearing in. Might have a little clearance issue down here.
Why is that?
Yeah, it's pretty close.
It's fine.
It's definitely fine.
Not in the top.
So note to self. Next time you weld on a shaft that a bearing goes on, grind your slag off before you get in a precarious situation.
Got it. We got it.
I need this.
I got one here.
Well, we're putting the shield on, so that's a good sign. Huh? Yeah, been a run now.
Okay. He's out here.
Well, we just kicked it on, and it ran. Hopefully, we didn't have to dry any corn and we did all this for nothing. I got it's ready now. Should have been ready a long time ago, really. But we didn't. We waited till we needed it. Now it's done.
Typical.
Yeah, America. So super glad that project is done. Massive pain in the butt. But now we are going to do some greasing. Got the forklift over here. We haven't greased these bearings in a while, so we're going to do that. I thought you were just going to pick them up.
Yep.
How many rats fly out? Oh, God.
Squeezing.
Yeah, you do the holding, I'll do the pumping.
That's okay.
You can't say that. Blew the seals out, we're good.
Good. This one didn't blow out.
Oh shit,
Hit it again.
Yep. That'll get some people fired up.
Dax and Brian take care of that. Or Dax.
Yeah. Yeah, thanks. Let's go hook up the corn head. That thing's been out of here in almost 2 weeks. Probably 11 days at this point. This is definitely the longest break I've ever taken in harvest. Now, yeah, we hit a bridge, but it started raining that day and it has never stopped for over a week. So the plan is to start this corn. It's down right here by the shop. This is our worst down corn probably. Right here, right beside the shop. So we're going to start working on it. So down corn, if you're not familiar, is it's a lot slower. We'll lose a little bit, but that isn't the problem. It's just going to be so much slower. We might lose 3 or 4%, maybe 5%, which does suck. I mean, there's definitely going to be more harvest loss because some of it's going to be on the ground, knocked off the stalk. But it's also going to kill productivity. Going to go from being able to run 15 acres an hour to not much at all. Probably be doing good to do 50 acres a day in this down stuff. I mean, I know we got a folding corn head, but it was already unfolded. Just trying to save hydraulic fluid. It's not even really a thing. You reuse hydraulic fluid. Anyways, we're just going right here. Well, folks, this is quite miserable. Not fun. Where the reel covers, we're feeding pretty good. But where the reel don't cover, we ain't doing anything. So, I don't know about a 6-row reel for down. I guess it's better than nothing, but I'm still getting out to shovel corn stalks. So this is what we're dealing with. Huh? Well, that's it, folks. Day's over. Just completely f***ed up 2 snouts. And that's it. We're done. This is fantastic. Couldn't tell that one of my snouts caught. I guess I was running too low. Just trying to get everything I could and hit a high spot right there. Should have known that was there, forgot it was there, and yeah, that's all she wrote. They're done. Need 2 snouts. So I guess we'll switch back to beans now. Ran a whopping ½ acre. I swear this year it seems like we're terrible farmers, but we usually don't break a lot of stuff. I completely forgot that right along the road, the field kind of curved up, and that was a bad idea, but I was trying to get the reel set and the head speed set, the deck plate set, and trying to feed in the corn, and boom, we're done. Couldn't feel much stupider if I tried right now, but here we are. So see, for all you saying that Dad should retire, I'm 34 years old. I still got a long ways where I'm thinking about retiring. And I just combine, so. Sorry for the profanity. It's just we haven't done any combining in a while, and well, now we're not going to combine any corn for a while longer. So just a little heated at the moment. But we should be able to switch to beans and run beans. I just am less than happy at the moment.
Just a bushing, that rock probably stays in there.
Oh, yeah.
Goes so far or something. Yeah, it goes so far. Won't come out. This one ain't gonna come out. There. Wait, up there, wait.
Okay, the corn's on the ground. I drug on the ground. Hold them like a taco.
Now I'll pick it up. He didn't get on tape and film. He ain't gonna show anybody what he did. Show anybody. Oh God, it's gonna be a terrible harvest. Jesus Christ almighty. Should be just gonna be.
Well, Bobby?
God, I can't leave you guys alone for 5 minutes.
We got a lot done today. Pull those 2 snouts into the ground.
Put that little chain on the loader yet? Yeah, on that boom. The boom is around the corner of the building over the chain. It's still on the boom. Ground down there? What is it? The one you had bolted on? That little chain. You had bolted on? No, the other. I don't know what you guys did. Put down. Loosen that, turns.
We've got the snouts off. Now we just got to find a couple. Well, good news, we found some parts. They weren't very far away. Come up here to Circleville to get them, about 25 miles. Hopefully we'll be back in business about an hour and a half. Yep, that's where our new AGCO dealer is going to go. But we came to the case store to get them because they're gearing off dealer as well. So we've got our snouts. We just got to rob the hardware off the old ones that are broken, such as this stuff. These are ear savers. They're not going on because, well, they're going to be in the way for down corn, we think. They're kind of quick attach for the most part, so we're going to leave them off for now. So we were just about back in business. Now these replacement snouts are red, and to be honest, I don't give a now I don't care because we're going to get back to combining.
Line it up a little bit and let it hit it.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Go on.
Yeah. Went for ways and stop.
Yep, you're getting it. Keep going. Yep, there it comes. It's coming. Hey, I think this one's gonna go a little better. I'm optimistic.
Okay. Down.
So Dad is back in the pilot chair tonight. I would say that I will probably be walking a lot and shoveling a lot. We'll see. Now that we've taken all the ear savers off, hopefully that'll help some of that go up over them snouts. Also, the way I was going whenever I had those snouts break on me, I was going across the way that it was laid over. Once we get going with the rows, we'll at least be able to deadhead back and go the way the corn's tilted, if we have to. I don't think we'll have to. We'll see, but he is not making any speed records. About 10-15 minutes, he's went not very far. So one thing about all this rain we've gotten and the warm temperatures, I mean, that gets 85 right now. Everybody's got volunteer corn. But this field especially, this is the first field we were running that combine in, and we didn't know what we were doing. And there's clear evidence of where we were trying things. At this point, Dad accidentally turned off the cleaning fan, or turned it way too low and overloaded the sieves. Right there, but not right there. You can kind of clearly see that. But yeah, there's a lot of organic matter being grown right now in everybody's fields. You can see if a combine had a leak. You can see if a combine had head loss. You can see if a combine was throwing it out the back. And I've seen all of that, I don't know, in the 2 miles right here around the shop with multiple different operations. Part of it. Once we get a frost, all that will go away. Really, I would rather it do it now than later. So right here you can see where my snout dug in. See that little trench it cut. Now this stuff is so daggone dusty and dirty, I couldn't even tell I was dragging dirt. But yeah, hopefully all this down corn, we get it harvested, and what's going to sprout sprouts. That way we don't have to kill it in the spring. So all this will sprout. Like this stuff here, it's sprouted, it'll get killed with frost and we won't have to worry about it. The stuff that we harvest after the frost will lay here dormant all winter, and then in the spring it'll sprout. And then we'll have to kill it if it's after we've, you know, tilled and sprayed already. And it just keeps getting better. Apparently we got a tree limb stuck in the head. Wonderful. Wonderful. This is why we own an excavator, folks. Although the neighbor is the school district, and well, this tree limb might have came from one of their trees. I guess this winter we need to throw the brush cutter on the skid steer and the mini excavator and do some trimming over here. He even moved over a row, abandoned one. You can still see the remnants of it. There isn't much there though. Shade and tree roots. The shade hurts you and the tree roots hurt you. The tree roots sap all the moisture out of the ground, and the shade, well, can't grow much in the shade. Well, we are up and going, but unfortunately we are probably not going to be going long. If you've never done down corn, once the dew starts to set in and the sun goes down, it's basically impossible. You're relying on those corn stalks to slide up those snouts. Well, they're not going to. So hopefully we can get a truckload. That's kind of the goal. We've got well, he's got a hopper load and that's 500 bushels. So we've got a half a truckload, and we are quickly losing daylight. So I don't know. We shall see. I don't think this field is terrible. I think this is a pretty decent field of corn, but it's hard to tell what all we're going to leave on the field. It's a little bit higher moisture. Still not terrible, 20%, but we've been running, you know, really dry corn. That probably means that it stayed healthier longer instead of drying out. But this is heavier ground, so I would expect this corn to be in the 180s to 200 maybe for the year. Not bad, but I don't know, we'll see. This pass around these trees is really going to drag it down quite a bit. Wildlife and shade. So we are giving Dad a weight. His bushel counter in the combine's only showing 350 bushel. Well, he's got a full tank. The tank holds 450, 430 on the low end to 480. Just depends on the moisture and how the grain settles in there. Should be around 450 bushel. So that would mean his yield monitor is off substantially. So we are going to do a calibration load. I'm giving him a weight. I zeroed my scales. We check these scales anytime we haul a load out of the field to Cargill to a certified scale, and every time they are within like 150 pounds. So somehow they remarkably stay very accurate, which is awesome because we keep a lot of records based on these grain cart weights. So you're definitely off. 22,400, 22,400.
So it says 18.5, so I don't know if it'll ever do any good. So we're going, where it is, I don't know.
Well, folks, this is miserably slow. Miserably slow. Without that corn reel, it'd be even slower. As soon as we get a bin load, I hope we get a bin load. Just trying to calibrate the yield monitor. We're done. That's going to be it for tonight. As soon as we can get to that point. We're not to that point yet. We haven't even got around the field yet. We've done a whopping 3.5 acres the whole day. Not exactly what I was hoping for. I was hoping we would finish this field today. But that was before I tried to rip the snouts off. That's before I turned the corn head into a bulldozer. This is where the Chem Consultants test plot was, and since it's harvested, we could pull right up here for the action shot. Now, I'm not opening the door because it's very dusty, so you just have to imagine the noise it's making. I see what he means. Those ear savers are really hanging up, and where the ear savers aren't on, it's kind of guiding right through there. So right there by that reel arm, that's the only place the ear savers still are. There's like 3 rows where we left them on, and we're going to be taking the rest of those off. That should help. So right here you can see the ear savers still on the combine corn, on the corn head, and the rest of the snouts don't have them. That's what we need to take off. We do believe that's making a difference. And as you can see, the reel is wrapping right above those. That's because it's building up on those ear savers, and where we don't have those, not really much of an issue. I think. Still pretty early to tell, but that's what we're going with. Well, I guess that's going to be it for today. So let's talk a little bit about the red snouts. Local case dealer had snouts. That's why they're red. Called them up. They had some in stock. They've been going through them a lot this year, they said, especially now with the down corn. So they also had 2, actually gray or black or whatever color they call this, in snouts. So we went ahead and picked those up. We kind of figure the amount of down corn we have, this might be not the last time we replace a snout. We have 2 more regular snouts coming also. Maybe this winter we'll swap the red ones and keep those as spares. I really don't care. As long as we keep harvesting, not the end of the world. Now, in case you're wondering, one of those is, what was it? $5.89 and $6.06 a piece. So, yeah, that's how much they cost. We replaced it, so there's no labor, but yeah, that's what they cost. But thanks for watching, everybody. If you would, do me a favor, thumbs up the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and we'll see you in the next one.